Hello guys! So for this SEM, our subject is accounting for business combinations. And yung topics natin dito, hatiin natin sa dalawa. So yung una, merger, and yung pangalawa ay stock acquisitions. So but for today's video, introduction muna yung i-discuss natin, yung mga theories na kailangan nating tandaan para pagdating natin doon sa merger and stock acquisitions ay mas madali siyang maintindihan. So kapag binasa nyo yung mga textbook ng accounting for business combinations, so mahahaba yung theories niya, no? So aantukin ka muna bago ka makarating dun sa exciting part. But kailangan siyang tandaan kasi para mas madaling maintindihan at gawin yung mga problems yan, yung computations and journal entries. So kaya unahin muna natin yung theories. So discuss muna natin ano ba yung business combination and ano yung mga factors or reasons kung bakit nagkakaroon ng business combination. So a business combination is the bringing together of separate entities or businesses into one reporting entity. So yung mga different entities nagiging isang reporting entity. So nagko-combine sila kaya ang tawag business combination. So the result of nearly all business combination is that one entity, the acquirer, obtains control of one or more other businesses, the acquiree. So kung sino yung merong control, siya ang tawag natin doon ay acquirer. Okay, yung inacquire niya ang tawag natin ay acquiree. So yung mga terms na yan, madidinig nyo ulit yan pagdating sa merger. Si acquirer and si acquiree. Pag stock acquisition, yan na yung parent and subsidiary. Okay, so yung acquirer, siya yung merong control. Yung acquiree, siya yung pinurchase ni acquirer. So, ang tawag sa kanya ay acquiree. So, business combination can be achieved through a voluntary acquisition of an entity, a merger, or hostile takeover. So, the most common factor why do companies combine is because of the potential growth of the business. So, pwede rin growth in its market share, its cost effectiveness because they don't need to spend lots of money to build a new company. It eliminates competition among rival firms to reap the benefits of large-scale production because they produce the products at a lesser production and operational cost and sell the product at a price which provide them a maximum profit. And it results to synergy because overall performance efficiency increases due to collaboration of two or more entities and tax advantage. Okay, so kasi daw yung net loss naki-carry over ng isang company and can be transferred under business combination. Next is different structures of business combination. So tatlo yung i-discuss natin dyan based on business point of view, based on legal point of view, and based on accounting point of view. So unahin muna natin yung based on business point of view. So, business combination under business point of view may be categorized into 4. Actually, yung tatlo dyan ay sa libro ni Sir Paul Anthony de la Fuente de Jesus, yung A Closer Look on Accounting for Business Combination. But yung pang-apat, kinuha ko na yan dun sa libro naman ni Sir Antonio Dayag. Okay, so yung una dyan, horizontal combination. So, sabi dyan, it is a combination of two or more entities within the same industry that are formerly competitors. So, ibig sabihin, same industry sila at dati silang magkakompetensya. Okay? So, for example daw, yung BDO, Banco de Oro, inacquire niya yung Equitable PCI Bank. So, bank si BDO, yung Equitable PCI Bank ay bank din. So, same industry sila. So, ang tawag doon, horizontal combination. While vertical integration naman, it is a combination of two or more entities within the same industry but at different levels in marketing chain. So, example daw, yung manufacturer, inacquire niya yung supplier or kaya yung distributors. Okay? Yung pangatlo naman, conglomerate combination. So, ito yung conglomeration. It is a combination of two or more entities with different or unrelated industry. Yung example ay beverage company acquires sa school. So, unrelated yung industry nila. And yung pang-apat ay circular combination. So, entails some diversification but does not have a drastic change in operation as a conglomerate. So, yan yung business point of view. 4, horizontal combination, vertical integration, conglomeration, and circular combination. So, under pa rin ang structures of business combination, yung pangalawa ay based on legal point of view. So, dito, dalawa yung madidiscuss natin, acquisition of net assets and acquisition of common stock or stock acquisition. So, sa acquisition of net assets, dalawa yung under niya, statutory merger and statutory consolidation. But dito sa accounting for business combinations, 5 chapters lang yung mako-cover natin. And yung chapter 1, yun yung statutory merger. Okay, yung chapters 2, 3, 4, and 5, yun naman yung acquisition of common stock or stock acquisition. So, isa-isahin natin. So, ano muna yung acquisition of net assets? So, ano yung statutory merger and statutory consolidation? Acquisition of net assets. So, it is a business combination whereby the acquiring entity purchases the assets and assumes the liabilities of the acquiree, or ito yung acquired company or entity. So, by paying cash or non-cash assets or issuing debt securities or equity securities. So, pag sinabi natin acquisition of net assets, si acquirer, pinurchase niya yung assets and inassume niya yung liability. So, ibig sabihin, ang inacquire niya ay yung net assets ni acquiree. Okay? So, si acquiree siya yung pinurchase na entity. So, ito ang tatandaan natin pagdating sa acquisition of net assets, the books of the acquired, or ito yung acquiree, are closed out and its assets and liabilities are transferred to the books of the acquirer. So, pagdating dito sa acquisition of net assets, si acquiree madedissolve, while si acquirer, siya yung surviving company. So, yun yung tatandaan nyo pagdating sa acquisition of net assets. So, yan ay 100% owned. Ibig sabihin, ang ipopurchase ni acquirer kay acquiree is 100% ng kanyang net assets. So, ipopurchase niya assets and i-assume niya yung lahat ng liabilities ni acquiree. So, si acquirer yung magsusurvive, magko-continue yung operation, while si acquiree, siya naman yung madidissolve or hindi magko-continue yung kanyang operation. So, surviving si acquirer, so si acquiree ay madidissolve. Based on Corporation Code of the Philippines, the acquisition of net assets is classified into 2. So, yan yung statutory merger and statutory consolidation. So, unahin muna natin yung statutory merger. So, statutory merger entails that acquiring company survives whereas the acquired company ceases to exist as a separate legal entity, although it may be continued as a separate division of the acquiring company. So, kapag kunyari yung dalawang entities nag-combine, si A tsaka si B, so ang magiging result, A or B lang. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kapag pinurchase ni A, 100% yung net assets ni B, so ang mangyayari, madidissolve si B, ang magsosurvive lang ay si A. So, kaya A plus B equals A or B. So, kung si A yung acquirer, A plus B equals A. Pero kung si B ang acquirer, A plus B equals B. So, ibig sabihin, dun sa dalawang entities na yan, isa lang yung magsosurvive. Okay? So, ang tawag dun ay merger. Okay? So, example ng merger. So, usually makikita nyo yan dun sa mga banks. So, noong 2007, dati meron tayong tinatawag na Equitable PCI Bank. Okay? So, nag-merge sila ni BDO, Banco de Oro. So, si BDO, siya yung acquirer, while si Equitable PCI Bank, siya yung acquiree. So, nung nag-merge sila, so nag-survive si Banco de Oro And si Equitable PCI Bank, siya naman yung na-dissolve. Kaya yung Equitable PCI Bank naging BDO na. Okay? So yung mas recent, kung nakikita nyo dun sa tabi ng KFC, yung malapit sa KFC, meron dati dong UCPB. So nag-merge naman sila nung Land Bank. Okay? So sa Land Bank and UCPB, ang acquirer ay si Land Bank. Kaya nag-survive si Land Bank. Kaya ngayon, pag tinignan nyo yung katabi na ng KFC, ang bangko na nakalagay na doon wala ng UCPB, but ang nakalagay na ay Land Bank. Kasi si UCPB, siya yung acquiree and siya yung na-dissolve. Okay, so yan yung merger. So pag merger, A plus B equals A or B. Next is statutory consolidation. So under pa rin siya ng acquisition of net assets. So statutory consolidation results when a new corporation is formed to acquire two or more other corporations. The acquired corporations then cease to exist as separate legal entities. So let's say yung dalawang entities, company A si company B, so pinag-combine natin at sabi natin ay consolidation. So ang magiging result ay magiging si company C sila as a new corporation. So yung operation yun nung dalawa ni A and B ay hindi na mag-e-exist, no? So ang mangyayari, magkakaroon ng panibagong corporation, si C. So yan yung statutory consolidation. Pag merger, A plus B equals A or B. So kung sino yung acquirer, siya yung mag-e-exist or magso-survive. While kapag consolidation, statutory consolidation, A plus B equals C. So walang magso-survive dun sa combining entities. So magkakaroon ng panibagong entity. Okay? So, ang statutory consolidation, hindi natin madidiscuss sa accounting for business combinations. But, lagi nyong madidinig yung consolidation, lalo na pagdating natin dun sa chapter 2, yung stock acquisition. Yung consolidation dun sa stock acquisition sa chapter 2, hindi yun yung statutory consolidation. Pag technical, pag sinabi nating technical, yung consolidation, ito yan, yung statutory consolidation. But pagdating sa chapter 2, sa stock acquisition, yung consolidation ay yun yung process or procedure nung combining entities ni parent and ni subsidiary, kinombine lang natin yung financial statements nila. Kaya madidinig nyo consolidated financial statements. So, yung consolidation doon ay ibig sabihin, kinombine lang natin, pinagsama lang natin yung financial statements ni parent and ni subsidiary. Doon yun sa chapter 2. So, ang madidiscuss lang natin sa accounting for business combinations ay merger and yung stock acquisition or acquisition of common stock or stock. Okay? So, yung pangalawa, dun sa based on legal point of view ng structure ng business combination ay acquisition of common stock or stock acquisition. So, stock acquisition, it is a business combination whereby the acquirer purchases shares of stocks to obtain control over the other entity. So, dito, ang ina-acquire ni acquirer ay yung stocks ni acquiree. Okay? Yung acquisition of net assets kanina, ang ina-acquire niya, net assets, yung assets and yung liabilities. Dito, sa acquisition of common stock, so ang ina-acquire ni acquirer ay yung stocks. Okay? Or common stock. Yung common stock, yan yung lumang term ng ordinary shares. Okay? So, the combining entities retain their legal existence. So, kung yung acquisition of net assets ay nadidissolve yung isang entity, diba, isa lang yung nagsusurvive. But pagdating dito sa acquisition of common stock or stock acquisition, pareho silang nagsusurvive. Okay? So, the assets and liabilities of the acquired entity are not transferred to the acquirer entity. So, yung acquired entity dyan, ang tawag na natin ay subsidiary. So, yung acquirer, yung nag-acquire, ang tawag natin sa kanya ay parent. So, hindi daw natin tina-transfer yung assets and liabilities ni subsidiary kay acquirer. but it obtains control over the acquiree's assets and liabilities. So, the books of the acquirer, yung parent, and acquiree, yung subsidiary, remain intact and consolidated financial statements are prepared periodically. So, ibig sabihin, remain intact, meron pa ring books si parent tsaka si subsidiary nakaseparate. But at the end of the period, dun lang natin sila kino-combine or pinagsasama natin. Yun yung tinatawag natin na consolidation. Okay? So, pag sa stock acquisition, sabi maybe 100% or less than 100% ang acquisition. Kasi yung acquisition of net assets, always 100% acquisition. But pag acquisition of stock, so ito, pwedeng 100% in-acquire ni Company A, si Company B, or less than 100% as long as 51% or more para merong control. Okay? So, let's say 75% ni B yung in-acquire ni Company A. Okay? So, yun yung acquisition of stock. Okay? So, acquirer and acquiree remain as a separate entity. Okay? Kaya pag tinignan natin, si A and B, A plus B, ang magiging result equals A and B. So, combine sila, pagsasamahin sila. Okay? So, kaya pagdating sa chapter 2, yan ang kadalasan na itatanong is yung mga consolidated amount ng nasa balance sheet or kaya pagdating na meron ng operations, pati yung income statement. So, yan yung yan yung stock acquisition. So, A plus B equals A and B. Okay? So, yun ay stock acquisition. Ang tawag na kay acquirer ay parent. Ang tawag na kay acquiree ay subsidiary. Oops guys, tandaan nyo lang ulit no, yung madidiscuss natin sa accounting for business combinations ay yung merger and stock acquisition. So yung statutory consolidation, hindi natin yan mako-cover sa accounting for business combinations. But lagi nyong madidinig yung term na consolidation. Okay? So, kaya ito yung tandaan ninyo. The term consolidation will be used in its technical sense to refer to a business combination in which all the combining companies are dissolved and the new corporation is formed to take over their net assets. So, yun yung sabi natin na statutory consolidation na A plus B equals C. Okay? Consolidation is also used in accounting which refers to the accounting process or procedures of combining parent and subsidiary financial statements, such as in the expression of principles of consolidation, consolidation procedures, and consolidated financial statements. So, pagdating natin doon sa stock acquisition, lagi nyong madidinig yung consolidation. But yung consolidation doon, ibig sabihin yun lang yung process or yung procedures na ginagawa natin para i-combine yung financial statements ni parent and ni subsidiary. Hindi yung consolidation na A plus B equals C. Okay? So, kaya kadalasan itatanong kasi dyan yung consolidated balances ng mga accounts. Okay? Kunyari, consolidated assets, okay? Or kaya consolidated liabilities or common stock or retained earnings. So, yung consolidation dyan, ibig sabihin, kinumbine lang natin yung financial statements ni parent and ni subsidiary. Okay? So, tandaan ninyo, yung business combinations based on legal point of view ay dalawa. Acquisition of net assets and stock acquisition or acquisition of stock, no? Or common stock. So, pagdating sa acquisition of net assets, meron tayong statutory merger and statutory consolidation. So, ang tandaan sa statutory merger, A plus B equals A or B. While yung statutory consolidation, A plus B equals C. And yung stock acquisition naman, A plus B equals A and B. So, ang madidiscuss lang ulit sa business combinations ay statutory merger and stock acquisition. Okay? So, yung next video natin ay yung pangatlong structures ng business combinations, yung based on accounting point of view. Thank you guys!